Good morning. How are y'all doing today? Trying to put my camera back together. I took it home over the Labor Day weekend. Thinking that it probably would be best that I take it home. All right, so outfit check. I need to tuck my undershirt on, but so just some baggy pants and a glittery top. Now I thought I didn't take my calendar home, my planner, so I thought that today was the day that we're supposed to wear our college shirts, and it's not today. It's next week. So then I just thought, okay, let me put just something on that I can quickly change should I need to. Oh, I need to call the insurance. That's supposed to call the insurance. The only thing I took home was my planner. So okay, I purchased a planner, but it didn't work out to what I needed it to do, and because I have 2 classes, it's almost like I need to make my own, which I don't mind, but I just haven't had time to do so. And then to put it in the calendar, I tried, but and then I ran out of time. And then these calendars we get at school at the beginning of the school year, and it's just a regular calendar. It's just this kind of layout, and I saw it and it made me think of Miss Martinez because she loved this calendar, this planner. She has like 10 calendars. Every year I would get on to her, and it was kind of our fun little joke thing where we'd make fun of each other because we were the bag ladies and we always had journals and planners, although we already had a journal and a planner. And so this just reminded me of her, and I used it because it reminded me of her, and I just grabbed it. I usually grab it and give it to her, or grab it and put it in someone else's box, or just put it back in the pile. But I don't know, it was kind of like a sentimental thing for me, so I used it. And so far I've been putting like what we do a day, each day in here. And because of COVID and how things are and how uncertain things are, I had already a plan for like how I was going to do the whole school year, but I didn't want to have anything set in stone because it's kind of like we're on a water bed. Like, you have to get across from one side of the bed to the other, and you're walking over the top of it, but it's kind of like when you take a step, you're not sure if you're going to fall over, sink in, or the bed's gonna bust. It's like you never know. And so I didn't want to plan too far up ahead and then have to go virtual or have to change things, and so I'm just kind of going like a week at a time right now. And which is good because like this week we're off Monday for Labor Day, and then today, although I'm starting nail shaping in the sophomore class and history of cosmetology in the freshman class, they have Connect, which is like a PL, personal learning or something of the sort. They have testing today. So when I asked last week, hey, who all has testing, like almost half of them have testing, and so if I taught something, then I have to reteach because half of them would miss it. And then so, okay, what do I change a lesson? Do I make it a project week? What do I do? And then because I have just Tuesday and Wednesday Wednesday we have a library day, so we're going to the resource center library, and they're going to learn how to look through our research page. They're going to check out a cosmetology related book. They're going to just kind of like explore that, and then check out a cosmetology book for sure. And that's Wednesday. We're going to do some research for our wedding project, or we'll talk more about that later. And then Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be absent. So, it's like, I'll be still, with them on Schoology and for Zoom, whatever. But it's just still, it's just hard, It's hard to, get a good solid plan for the week when there's so many variables that are just it's not a solid week. So I thought, I won't really teach this week, but I tried to go to sleep early yesterday, but it didn't work out. but I can't really get a good solid thing of teaching because I just couldn't. And now I'm like, I'm gonna lose a week. You know, it's like that's a whole week I'm losing of teaching. But usually I'd be like, we gotta get back on track. But then this year I'm just like, let it go. It's okay, no big deal. So that's kind of where I'm at. I need to go clock in. While I clock in, and I need to grab my mask. And then also I thought I had taken home. This is really itchy on my skin, the edges of the sequins. I wore this to prom one year because I didn't have anything to wear, so I just wore this thing. So I'm gonna get my lab coat, which I thought I had taken it home, but I forgot I had left it here. So this is my new lab coat. I also have a DOI, District of Innovation training. I'm one of there's 2 facilitators for the district. So there's my lab coat. There's 2 facilitators for the district, and I'm one of them. And Dr. Ryan is one of them, I'm the other. And we are going to have a training today from 3 to 5. So my husband's gonna pick up the little one, and then when I get home at 7, we have a SIPS officer meeting. So that'll probably be a good 2-hour meeting. And then go to sleep early. My goal is to go to sleep early. That's the goal. Last night I stayed up because I realized that the training, the DI training, and the SIPS officer meeting was today, and I was still trying to like confirm and figure out what I was doing this week. So anyway, and then plus we have this recruitment website for the campus that I was trying to like, you know, find pictures to put on, and it's a lot. So as always, like I said, for uni teachers, this is never ending. Just when you think you catch up, there's like 31 emails in my inbox from over the Friday and the weekend, and I've yet to finish, you know, emails from prior to that. So that's fabulous. So I'm gonna go clock in. I'm gonna set up for my sophomore morning class. We're gonna do nail shaping, and I already have my packet here for my morning class. So I have that, have it in my little clip here. We're not gonna need our business thing. We just need our nail logo, our nail packet. And then we're going to go to nail shaping. We did cuticle care, so we're going to do nail shaping. And so with the nail shaping, I also do have my example from last year in my journal. So I'll just have that to the side, and I've made like notes on it for next time, you know, if I forget anything. And I have a little story that I always change up, but I have a little story that I tell about the nail shape, so that they don't forget, you know, the little, how like the basic shapes are. Then I could go turn in my absent form. Anyway, see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. So I have finished setting up my table setup, so I want to share it with you. Let me go from the beginning. So we have here for sophomores, we're doing, y'all excuse my chicken scratch, nail shapes. We're going to do our collection of 70. They're going to learn how to file nail tips. We're going to the library on Wednesday, and this project is due on Friday. This is what they need to set up for today on the board. They can already see it's ready to go. I do have music on, but I turn it off to record the video. So their example of what they're going to be doing end project is learning how to shape the nail tip so they can create their sizing chart for their nail business. So that's like the end result, end project that we're going to be working on. So that's ready on my board, so I can prep that. I've got nail tips that I'm going to give students that don't have their kits. Besides, I told them to keep those home, so I have those. And then I've got nail files there that just realized I need to order more of. Got my example work journal from last year for my notes, and then I have my teacher table set up. Has my markers and my pencils. I've got my first period nail packet or nail journal that we're going to be writing on. Again, I didn't do the spiral this time. I just did the staple packet because I didn't have the time to do. And then we have our mounting tape. We have 7 index cards and then a zip bag. So they're going to essentially put the mounting tape like so on the index card. They're going to label the index card each one of the nail shapes. They're going to shape this week a set of 10 square nails, 10 scorable, 10 oval, 10 round, 10 oval, 10 almond, 10 coffin, and 10 stilettos. There's 7 nail shapes, so total they'll have 70 nail tips. And this, for example, will be labeled square. So the square nail tips, they're going to use this particular project later for the, let's say, Thanksgiving nails, or for the February nail design, or for whatnot. So we begin to shape and prep now so that we have the nail tips ready and available and already shaped for the later project. So we do use all 70 nail tips, so it's not just something we do and throw away. So that is what we have for our sophomores for today. There's a few kids that were out of their cubbies, so I put those back in. And then next week with freshmen, we're doing, well, this week history of cosmetology, but next week we're going to do our henna, which I really wanted to do this week, but it's okay. So we're going to do our henna, which will kick off our kitchen facials with chemistry with ingredients and all of that. And so we have a brand new henna packet that I created because I felt like I need to up my henna game here. So I have some books, some resources. I've got the packet that everybody already have. And then I'm going to start to do my layout because this is going to be their first photo shoot with their henna design on their hand. So I'm going to start working on that throughout the day just to be ready. And the students were still filling up their containers, so I still have the cart that has the product that they can label their containers and such. I'm going to work on cleaning this so I can put the bins in here for each class period. I did go find, or try to find, the bins for these folders, the little stand-up magazine holding holder bins or whatever they're called. They didn't find any. I found like 2, but they didn't have enough, and I need 6. So I am going to try Office Depot and Staples and them and see if they have any. But I do need to put those bins in those rolly carts over there, so they don't have the wheels on them yet. But I do need to put them there. So I'm going to try to work on that and figure that out, and then I just have to put that stuff away from last week. So that is what we have going on for today. And students will continue to sit at their stations, at their groups where they're at. We're not going to be moving those right now until further notice. But that's about it. That's what I have. And last week we finished the brows. We did not get to do waxing because I don't have soft wax. I only had hard wax. I have students coming in and out, but and then so the brow packet done. Okay, the only one where is it that we didn't get to is the waxing. Where is it? Because I didn't have that wax. Oh, this one, the Wax Consultation. So that's the only page that we didn't get to do our work on, but I'm gonna have them take this from their blue folder or their colored folder, and then they're gonna put this in their binder, and then that way they don't accumulate junk in that folder. It's just what we're working on currently. So we got everything. They did their tests. Some of them did really good. A few did, maybe we need to go back over a few things, but waxing for sure, we'll come back to it. So everything, we literally used every page this year. There's some years where I don't use a few pages if I run out of time. I always put like extra stuff in here just to make sure, but every page we use. The only one, again, because I got this packet late, so I didn't, I had previously handed them this page on its own the first week of school, and then I got the packet and it was already in here. So this is the only page that may have not had anything, but they had another page to replace. I told them they can do it on here if they wanted to transfer. And then the difference of what they did the first time when they had no idea about brows and what they did afterwards, where they had all the information about brows, and it was pretty good as far as what their designs were, and as far as what all of the different techniques and skills that they were able to use and do and learn from it. So the difference between the first and the second were really, really cool. Bye guys, have a good one. So they did a really good job. And so like I said, the waxing is the only thing that we're going to come back to, simply because I didn't have that wax. I am expecting some Amazon orders to be coming in, or to start coming in, because September 1st budget was open. and I was able to get most of everything that I needed. So super excited that everything was on my list, and I still had some budget left over, which I'm super excited for. So for sure, right now that I pulled stuff out and that I saw that I needed some more nail files, again, I'm gonna go to the back of my calendar that I have currently, and then I just pick a page in July and I start making my list of supplies that I am currently running out of, or that I think, oh, I need to get that for next year. So I start writing it down. So I'm going to add in here my nail files. I usually don't, but if I have budget left over, then I'll just go ahead and get this stuff to already have it for next year, because a lot of the times I try my hardest to use the money, the budget that I get this year for this year's students, because one time my director told me the money that we give you this year is meant for the students this year. Next year, don't worry about the students next year, because you're going to get budget for next year's students. And yes, I totally agree with that, and I totally understand. After she told me that, I was like, oh yeah, because I would try to buy for the year ahead. But in all honesty, in all reality, I try my best to get a little bit extra or a little bit more to get me started for the August to September time frame. Well, actually, you know, sometimes stuff doesn't come until October sometimes. Just depends on when I turn in the requisitions, when those get processed, when the supplies get in. So typically August and September is kind of like dead months as far as inventory is concerned, just because you might not have your items just yet. So I try to plan with that in mind. And so I don't spend a lot of budget to get me prepared for the first 2 months of school next year, but I do keep that in mind as I'm using my supplies or ordering, or maybe saving a few things that I'm like, okay, well, that can get me through brows, that can get me through lashes, that can get me through, just so that way I can make sure that I'm teaching, you know, not just bookwork the first 2 months of school with the students. A lot of times I just go personally buy things, but I've gotten to the point where I have the system down pretty decently, where I kind of know, okay, well, I need, you know, at maximum I have 50 students, and I'm just going to need, you know, 50 or 25 students, and I'm just going to need 25 files or 25, you know, lash sets or whatnot. And so then that, or 38, 40 is usually the number. And so I just have to make sure to have that. Over the summer, if I find things that I know I'm going to need and I see them and they're at the dollar store, or if I find them on clearance, and I go and pick them up, so that way I have those at the beginning of the school year to get started. Bye, sweetheart. Have a good day. And so that's kind of how I do that. But I do definitely keep my list going, and it's something that has truly, truly helped. And it's just a lot easier, because at the end of the school year, when I do I take a day, I do my Amazon list. Sorry, students keep coming in now. But so I do my list. And when I do my list, then I go on Amazon, I look at this list that I have written down, and then I go in and I put in my wish list. I do an aesthetics. I think I did a video on it, but it was too long for that one. It was, I think, a 2-part series or 2-part video where I did like follow me for a week or whatnot. And so, good morning. Follow me for the weekend. So that I had recorded it that evening I was doing it, that last week of school, but then it was too long, so I cut it out. But I do an aesthetics disposables, aesthetics and nails. So I do disposables, I do a tools, and I do a product. And then like extra like lab supplies that I might have added to the wish list at the end of the school year, or that I'll add for this year as well. So that's kind of how that goes, and it just makes it a lot easier to have a checklist and make sure that I have everything. I do that at the end of the school year, that last week, and then over the summer, once I learn new techniques or go to classes, or, you know, think of new projects, and I add to that. At the beginning of the school year, I open those lists back up, see what's available, what's not. If it's not available, I find something similar to it or check the pricings. And then also to just have that ready to submit those lists on September 1st. So that way, I'll be first in line. I'll get all the supplies that I need for my students at like the beginning. And then the bookkeepers can process that for us. And then the supplies get here, and then we get to do all lessons that we can. We don't have to wait for like mid-year for the supplies to come in. So that's what I have for now. And then I'll hop back on with you guys a little bit later to how it's going. Hey guys, all right, so wanted to share with you, take a look at this. What do you think this is? So this is actually a bulk purchase of, these are buffers. Y'all, I go through buffers insanely fast. I just can't ever have enough. So what I'm doing is they all came in this box right here, and I'm transferring them to this water jug box. So they can fit in this little nook right here. So that is currently what I'm doing. But I love, love, love this. Okay, let me share with you. It is called Pro, well, I guess it's backwards where y'all are looking at it, but they're mini nail buffers. They're orange, white, grit 100 to 180. They're 4 Pro Basics collection. There is 1,500 in this box, and they literally come in sheets like this. Isn't that amazing? And I'm sure it wasn't too crazy expensive. I got it on Amazon. But y'all, I know as teachers, we always have to make sure we have plenty of product and supplies and tools for our students, but we don't always have the budget to do that. So you need to shop to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck. And it's not really for you, it's for your students. So yeah, I can buy the pack that cost this sheet for $20, or I can buy that box for $20. You know, so you just have to take the time, shop around a little bit, make sure you're getting the most amount of items for the least amount of dollars or cents. And you really just go through these a lot when we do any type of artificial nail with clients, salon days, things of the sort. So they really come in handy. All right, just want to share that with you. All right, guys, so I need some more water, but all right, I've got my history of cosmetology Prezi up, ready for that. I've got my lights on around the room, so that way, that one changed to red. Okay, so then when the students come in ready to go, I finished putting away all the Ziploc bags. Now, I asked the students for Ziploc bags because we use them all the time, because I asked them to shop at the dollar store. The typical box has like 10, maybe 12 bags. It's never enough for what we all use them for. This year, seems like everybody went to not a dollar store and bought like the regular box with like 30, or like the huge pack, value pack, and we have tons of bags, which is perfect because we always run out and we never have enough Ziploc bags. We use them for everything. And so I was putting that away. I've got some new boxes that I got from the copy room. I had like 6 of them, so I was repackaging and doing all of that. That's done. Got a few bins that I've got to take back over to the spa room if I can't find space for them in here, which now that I think I've made space, I think I can find space. But I have been working on, I need to put that away, working on the new outline. So let me show you how it turned out. I think I showed you last week, but it's the front and back, and I put the tabs on each class period, and this has student names, and then like for the date, the assignment, and it's in pink and white, and I can do attendance. And then Fridays it's by, so this is we're 6 weeks grading period, so at the end of the 3 weeks grade verifications are due, so I do attendance on here and I do grades on here, and I have a little darker block for Fridays, so it's 3 weeks per page. So 2 pages per 6 weeks. So each section has 12 because it's 12 3 weeks, right? 6 weeks period. And at the very back, I have the form for their credit hours and all of that good stuff. I've got my calendar for what we're planning for today. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to confirm the library for tomorrow. And we're going to check out books tomorrow. So anyway, I gotta do that. And then I have the DOI meeting, which that one is good and set to go. Students that are absent have been getting their stuff together. I've got to print this nail art stuff. I get copies of that going, and then just put this stuff away. But other than that, I feel like my desk is finally getting to where I need it to be. My kits, oh man, I forgot to go. I was just trying to get the closet organized, because if things are not organized, I can't focus. If I just can organize everything, then I can focus. So the kit was not, the closet was not up to par, which still isn't, but getting there. So about 10-15 more minutes. I've got to see what this lash is doing here. And then I'm gonna put the Prezi and Schoology for the freshmen that are absent today, so they can go through it and see all the stuff. And then that's just that's on them to go on there and take a look at it. And then tomorrow we do library, and then Thursday, Friday for here we're doing, what are we doing? I forgot what we're doing Thursday and Friday for in here. Oh, the kitchen facials. Oh, I don't know, I haven't planned it out yet. Oh, because I'm gonna be absent. That's right, I changed that. I decided on one thing yesterday, and then I changed it because I thought, well, I'm not gonna be here, so can't let this up because it's not. I need to confirm this, but oh my gosh, I gotta go to the office. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.